everyone. How are you? Happy Creative Challenge Wednesday. I'm looking for other glasses. Sorry about that. I had my bifocals on. I can't see my computer with those on. Anyways, hey. Oh, thank you so much for showing up today and joining us for today's card challenge. Like I said, this is going to be a card sketch, or maybe I didn't say that. I'm saying it now. We're using a card sketch this week. We haven't used a card sketch in a while. And I have an ebook called 30 Card Sketches with Examples. And I've picked number 12 because today's the 12th of January. That is, great logic, don't you think? Anyways, it's a real simple sketch. I'll explain it in just a minute. But let's see. Hello and welcome to Creating with Kristina. I'm Kristina Reese, and this is my Facebook Live. I come live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday here on my Facebook page. If you're watching on my YouTube, you're watching a replay. But I am live on my Facebook in the mornings at 9:30 Central Time. So, and I just love sharing card tutorials with you guys to help card makers with art design and just coming up with some cute ideas with the new stamp sets that we have available. All right. Let's find out who won last week. All right. So last week's card sketch was sky, whatever came to mind for sky. And whatever, so if you have not seen the entries, oh my gosh, you've got to go over there. Some people are so creative. They are so creative. I have a thing called a comment picker. It's just an app and it just randomly picks someone in the comments. And so when you place the picture of your card in the comments, that's how I choose who the winner is. And are you ready? Dun, da, 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 drum roll, please. Boom. Sherry Johnson, congratulations. And this is a picture of her card. She used the Rainbows and Sunshine stamp set. I love that. I used it also. And the cloud punches there, very cute. She did a fun fold. I like that. The easel, it's kind of a split panel easel fold. Instead of just the regular fold, the two sides stay down. Anyways, great card there, Sherry. We really love it. And thank you for participating. All right, I'll be sending you a gift. So send me your mailing address in a private message, okay? All right, let's get back to today's card. And like I said, let me do that just a minute. I gotta bring that down. Okay, my face was just a wee bit big there. Card sketch number 12. All right, let's look at this thing. So here is my card sketch. If you don't have a copy of this, I sell it. Just ask me for the link. When you sign up for my newsletter, an automated email will come to you giving you this ebook to purchase. But if you've already signed up for the email and you didn't get it, just send me a message and I'll send you the link to get it. I just sell it for $4.95. That just helps me cover my costs of my blog platform and my newsletter platform. Those things cost me money so that I can communicate with you guys. So here is sketch number 12. Let me lift it up for you. All right, the idea of this sketch is that you are having some kind of image fall off the edge of the card. All right, all the rest of it, you can kind of do whatever you want, but this is the main piece. You need to have something falling off the edge. It doesn't have to be a circle. You could I believe in the past I've seen a tree where just half the tree is showing. That would count. Okay, just so that you have half of an image falling off, or part of an image falling off the edge of the card. I've also got a ribbon here. I'm going to use twine, but I'm also going to use some paper strips back there. And then you can see that it's framed. You have a card base and then a layer here. Those things are optional. Like I said, what I'm looking for is that you have something falling off the edge of the card. All right, so now that you know what the sketch is, let's look at this card I'm gonna make. So I'm gonna do a non-traditional Valentine's card. All right, and what I mean by non-traditional is it is not hearts and red and pink, okay? We are going to use this new stamp set called Catch Ya Later. Is this not precious? This is in our new mini catalog. If you do not have a copy, please send me a request and I will send you one. I love hanging around with you. Well, I thought, well, that's Valentine's, so that's what we're using today. I love hanging around with you. I just think those guys are so cute. Here's a kitty and the cute little partridges there. It's a birthday, get better. Good sentiments and good images there. We are going to use the Happy Valentine's Day from the Sweet Conversations. And what else are we using? We are using Eden Garden. We're not going to use any of the stamps. What we're using is the border die. Whoa, it was not even in there. This border die, it had kind of like a jungle feel to it. And so I thought that would look cool on the card also. All right, and last but not least, we're going to be using the free Marvelous designer paper. Is this paper not the coolest? So one side is satin or marble, and or I guess this technically is the marble side. I think it looks more like watercolor wash, and then this side is like satin. Just really cool. And it comes in how many colors? You've got the petal pink, bumblebee, Highland heather, cabana. No, I'm sorry, bay. What is it? Bermuda Bay. Oh gosh, it's like trivia on the colors. Smoky slate. And then, oh gosh, I don't know what this one is. What is this one? This is either Pool Party, Balmy Blue, or Caribbean Cabana. Caribbean Cabana. Anyways. I know it's got some Misty Moonlight in there too. Oh, wow. Okay, so anyways, this celebration item, the only way to get this paper, you can only get this paper if you spend $50 and choose it as your free item in the new celebration brochure. And if you do not know what I'm talking about, please message me. I will send you information about how to get free stuff this month and next month, okay? So that we're going to be using that paper. All right. Our card base, I'm doing the 4 1/4 by 11 so that my card will open like this. I like doing this direction when I'm going to be tying a ribbon around my card. So that is, but it doesn't matter. You could do the card, traditional, but I'm doing it this way. Like I said, I took the Garden Eden border here. Some of these pieces haven't come out yet. And did this jungle border like that. It's a little long. I'll trim it off in just a sec. Then just 1.5 inches of the bumblebee satin. We're going to do that like that. Isn't that pretty? I love that. And like I said, I'll trim that off in a minute. Then the Eden Garden also has a little sprig piece that you can do. And so I cut off some of these. So I'll be, kind of layering these around like that. And finally, I had a piece of scrap bumblebee. Notice that I didn't get the scallop all the way around, but that doesn't matter because it's going off the edge of my card anyways. So if you've got some scrap that doesn't quite work, it's a perfect opportunity to use it. And then here are my little monkeys. And I haven't even colored them in yet. I was planning this card this morning and I ran out of time. So we're going to color it together. Anyways, so that is all the pieces. Let's go ahead and color our cute little monkey here. And I stamped it in the Mementos Tuxedo Black. And I'm going to color it with the crumb cake. No, I'm soft suede. Actually, I want crumb cake too. The soft suede's really dark. All right, and their little faces, I don't want them to disappear. All right, so let's go ahead and color the faces first. And I'm just doing one edge with the dark, you know me, and then I'm going to come in with the light and blend it. Oh, come on. I'm trying to do this fairly quickly, but I don't want to mess up either. I love alcohol. So the cool thing about alcohol markers is that they don't leave those streaks that water-based markers do. So our Stampin' Write markers, if you color a big area, you're going to see the lines where you're coloring. Where alcohol markers don't do that. For some reason, the alcohol just kind of blends together. It's really cool. It's a real neat effect. So anyways, here we go. All right, so their little faces are colored. Now let's get their little bodies. Like I said, this is kind of dark, but that's okay. We'll have some dark brown monkeys here. And once again, I'm just going to take the dark and I'm going to go on the outside edge, okay? And his little head there. His arm, where his head is. The legs, about halfway. The whole tail. I have a very dark tail. There we go. Whew. All right, and this hand is dark because it's back behind him. Just always, just think about shadows. If you know there's something out in front of a, like if it's 3D, the head is out in front of the body. So there's going to be shadowing where the head is. And then depending on where you're having the light source come in, so I'm having my light source come this way, I'm going to have shadows on the left. Okay. And when you're doing something this tiny or skinny, and you don't want it to get outside the lines, give it the lightest touch possible. So like only one little tiny fiber of the ink pen is touching the paper. Okay, and go slow, and you'll get that. All right, where are we? This is the next color. And then where the two colors meet, that's where you're blending. Oops, I meant to get some dark there. I'll go back and get a little dark there. Is this, yeah, this is light soft suede. It's almost the same color as the crumb cake, isn't it? That's all right. Oh, and where the head is right there, I'm going to need some dark there also. If you don't do the shading, it's no big deal. It's just that it leaves your image flat. So like, you see how the head and the body are just flat? Oh, goodness, you can't even see what I'm doing. Heavens to Betsy. Let's zoom in a little bit here. There we go. I should look up occasionally and see what I'm doing. So intent on my coloring, I'm not paying attention. All right, here we go. Let's see, what else are we talking about today? So I talked about my sketchbook, and like I said, most of you all have that little sketchbook. Sketches are awesome because what they do is give you a place to start. And I was going to explain kind of how this monkey card kind of came together. First of all, I knew what sketch I was using, so I got the sketch. Then I was like, okay, well, what can I put in the circle or in the side of the card where the circle part of the sketch is? And that's the hard part, kind of that deciding which stamp set to use. Well, we're in the Valentine season, and so I was like, well, we need to do a Valentine. So I'm looking at all my Valentine stamps, and I saw this one, and I had put this one in the Valentine pile because it has "I love hanging around with you," and I thought, oh, that's a cute Valentine saying. So I'm looking through and I said, oh, this will be cute. The monkeys will be cute for this card. Then, so after that part, I was trying to figure out, well, now how do I do the ribbon part and all this? And so I go to the catalog and I go, okay, what are some examples that they gave with the monkeys already? You know, I like to look and see what Stampin' Up's already done with the stamp set. And then I just started flipping through the catalog looking for a card that was similar to the sketch. And I found that, hold on, let me get my greens. I forgot to get my greens out. Do I want Old Olive or Mossy Meadow? I think I want Mossy Meadow. Where's Mossy Meadow? Okay. So I'll show you that in the catalog in just a sec, what I found. But that is how card sketches come together. If you have a Pinterest board, you may, one thing that I do is I have a sketch number 12 board. And anytime I come across a card that looks like sketch number 12, I save it in there. Now I save it again in different places too. Like this stamp set would be saved in zoo things, like for zoo stamp sets and stuff, zoo cards, because monkeys are in the zoo. Anyway, so that's kind of how I organize and do everything. I know I'm rambling on, but I was trying to do some talking to take up time with the coloring. Hey, here's one more thing. And which color is this? This is Light Pool Party. See how the monkeys are so flat on there? What I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with the Light Pool Party and just go all the way around everybody. I'm not coloring the whole outside, just the body. And then I'm going to take the remover, lifter, that's what it's called, the ink lifter, and I'm going to blend it. It's a great technique, and all of this just helps your image not look so flat. But I didn't want to cut the monkeys out. The best way to do it is just cut the monkeys out and pop them up on dimensionals. But I really didn't want to take the time. This is kind of an intricate drawing with their little tiny legs. It would be very difficult to cut out. But I can go through here, and you don't have to be too careful, and outline him in blue. And then, like I said, I am going to take the color lifter and blend this ink. I should have done this before we started. I apologize. It's making our video long, but you all are so much fun to talk to. I love it. I love you guys. Y'all just really make my morning so happy. And I guess that's why I come 3 times a week. I've really been tempted to go down to just 1 day a week because 3 days a week it does take a lot of time. But I just love doing this stuff with you guys. And you all really appreciate it. I love the emails you send me telling me how much you love it. I love the cards that you send me. And I haven't shared cards in a while. I'm really been bad about that. Well, at Christmas, so much came in. I was kind of overwhelmed. You all are awesome with your Christmas cards. Thank each and every one of you for your Christmas cards. They were so fun to read and look at. Okay, almost done. Just around this little leg and we're done. Okay, so now that, and I'm going to go ahead and color inside here. And like I said, this is what's so cool about alcohol markers is that they don't leave those streaks. When it dries, it all dries flat. It's really cool. Okay, there we go. Now let me get the color lifter. And all the color lifter is just a pin of alcohol. That's all it is. And so what it's going to do is it's just going to make the paper wet with alcohol. It's going to have the ink bleed wherever the wet alcohol is. And it just gives it a soft, fuzzy look instead of a sharp line where the white and the blue come together. And at first you can't really see much happening, but as it dries, it looks really cool. Okay, whew, my little hand's getting tired. I probably should color that part in too, but oh well. Okay. I like it. All right, let me lift it up so you all can see it better. See how it just kind of blends it and just gives it a little dimension. So there you go. I have taught you how to give your drawing some dimension. Okay, let's put this card together. All right, we need to go ahead and stamp our sentiment first because if we do mess up, we can still turn the card around or cover it up instead of making the whole card and then stamping and taking the risk of messing up. All right, and I'm just putting this down here in the corner. I love hanging around with you. Yay! I love it when we need to zoom back out. There we go. Now y'all can see what I'm doing. Okay, I love hanging around with you. I do love hanging around with you guys. Y'all are awesome. All right, let's get some tape here. Where did I put my tape runner? Well, right in front of me. Isn't that the way it always is? Oh, you know what? Let's see where the tape ends. This little leaf right here. Okay. Might have been smart to go ahead and trim it, but that's all right. Okay, and put that right there. And then this piece. And then and how I did this was, instead of, if you don't want to do all the measuring like I did, you can just cut 2 borders and stick them under the paper. But I cut an 1.5 inch strip here, and then I measured how far up the stitched line to the top of the border was and figured out how much old olive I needed that way. Kind of took longer than it probably should have, but That's just what I was doing this morning. Okay, there we go. Now it's trimmed. That looks good. Now, let's get some twine on there. I'm glad Kathy thinks this is a great way to start any day. Oh, and Marty says hello from the Adirondacks. What part of the Adirondacks are you in? I'm going to do this twice. It's so thin. It needs to be doubled. Sue says, good morning. I'm late. No, you're not late. You're right on time. I had to color, so it took a while. Okay, there we go. Nope, I need more. Come on. Is there going to be enough for the bow up there? Come over here. I'm tangled in the paper. There we go. Ooh, not very much there. It'll just have to work. All right, and here's another thing I do, and you know, I show this to you every time. Y'all are probably so tired of me showing you the clamping tweezers, but there may be someone out there who hasn't seen it. And look at that, it holds that string for me, and I do not have to worry about holding on to anything while I try to get this bow done with fake fingernails. And even with that, I'm gonna have trouble. I need some tweezers because I've got 2 strings here. There we go. Or not. Okay, let's try it again. One more time. See those clamping tweezers, how awesome they are? Okay, come here. I'm gonna loop. Come here. And then we're going to flip it over. Boy, I'm really having some troubles this morning. Okay, now where is... Yeah, that's it right there. Excuse my hair, you guys. I know when I lean over, y'all see my white hair. When I was 49 years old, not giving my total age away here, but I decided to quit coloring my hair so that in my 50s I'd be white. And I'm glad I did. I tell you, I used to have to color my hair like every 2 to 3 weeks, or carry a color pencil, you know, a hair color touch-up pencil with me everywhere I went, because my white hair would just showed so harsh where my roots are. As a matter of fact, when I was at the we were at the Biltmore estate for Christmas, and we were getting pictures taken in the conservatory where all the beautiful poinsettias are. I don't know if you've not been to the Biltmore. Wow, that's an amazing place. But anyways, long story short, the flash, we used the flash, and there was a lightning bolt where my part was, because it was bright white, shiny silver white against my dark black hair, or it wasn't black hair, but dark brown hair. And that's when I was like, this is ridiculous. So I decided it's time to stop coloring and go natural. Okay, now this guy is just going to bump up right against there. Okay, that's going to look awesome. Let's go ahead and put our monkeys here. Oh, I forgot to tell you one more thing on my monkeys. So when I did the stamp, was cutting it out, I put the edge of the circle as close to this monkey as I could get, because I knew I was cutting a part of this off, but I didn't want to cut my monkey in half, okay? So it's just barely going to come off there. Let me put it on my scallop circle first, and then we'll attach it and trim it, or trim it and attach it. Now this part, because I didn't have, whoops, you can't see what I'm doing, sorry. Because I have this part I need to cut off, I'm going to go ahead and put it on the left, and then have my monkeys in the direction that they need to go. And this is where grid paper helps, or I have a grid cutting mat here that helps also. I didn't quite get it centered, but it looks all right. All right, and so we're going to put this on here, and I'm going to hold it while I trim it. Okay, like that. Turn it over. If I put it up on dimensionals, I could trim it also, but it's just easier to go ahead and trim it before I put it up on dimensionals. There we go. now I don't have to worry about anything when I'm putting these on here. And, whoops. Okay. There. There. And I'm just going to go ahead and put 4 because I know the twine is going to go through the center there. Oh no, what's wrong, Kathy? Oh, I'm gonna have to go back and read. Vicky says, prayers for quick healing, Kathy. So I'll have to go back and look at that. Oh my goodness, yes. And if you want to send Kathy a card, you can private message her by clicking on her name and it'll pop up a message box. I encourage you all to send cards to each other because that's what we do. All right, what do you think? You like it? Let's look at the sketch again. Where'd my sketchbook go? Here we go. So, whoops, everything just fell. So here we go. We have a circle that's been cut off. It doesn't have to be a circle. Like I said, it could be an image, but just that it's falling off the edge of the card. And then I have a ribbon here or something, you know, I used paper here and twine, whatever, but something coming out from behind there. And then I did not put a layer here. It shows it on the card, but it doesn't have to be there. All my cards have outlines, so that's just that. All right, we're pretty much done. We just need to do the inside. I love you hanging around, and of course we'll need, let's see, here it is. I was like, where did my inside go? You need to make sure you put an inside in here, and then I was gonna put Happy Valentine's Day in here also, but thank y'all so much. I will have the post written up. Last week I got interrupted while I was putting the post up and then I never got back to it till the night. So my plan is to get it up right now and let's just hope nobody interrupts me and takes me away from my what I'm doing this morning. It's been 26 minutes. You guys have been awesome. I just want to remind you, if you've not signed up for my newsletter, do that. There is a link in the description below on YouTube, or you can just go to my blog. Where's my blog? creatingwithkristina.com, and there will be a pop-up window asking if you want to sign up for my newsletter. Let's see what else. Don't forget Celebration is going on. And also, when you order the $50, you can pick the free item. But also, if you spend the $50 and put my host code in there too, I'm sending you a nice gift at the end of the month, a thank you gift. The host code is always on my blog right there. In the upper right-hand corner, it says Shop With Me, January's host code, and it has it right there. All right. Bye, you guys. See you on Friday for Fun Fold Friday. Bye-bye.